get yourself a drink, girl. Get yourself a snack, because we're talking about transplant today. This has been a video that I've been needing to make. I am currently day 30-something out of transplant. So it's been just over a month. Holy crap. So it is now end of May, and I was released from the hospital 1 month from today. Hey! So I've been following the rules of being a good transplant patient. And I have a lot of footage, and some of it I accidentally deleted, and it sucks. So we're gonna work with what we got. Mom helped me out, and so did Adam. Love you. And yeah, it was an interesting experience. I was there. I was admitted on April 10th, as you will see, and I received 5 days of chemo. They hooked me up like as soon as I got there, and it was first like 32 straight hours of chemo. Kicked my ass. It kicked it. Kicked it. Girl. That shit was cray. So I got there, and the room looked the same as when I went through chemo before, whatever. I was there about 3 weeks. I followed all the rules. I did the mouth rinses, which are awful. I hated those, but I did the mouth rinses so you don't get mucositis, all of that. I did my walking, try to get walking a mile a day. I used my Fitbit. Your step-ups, hydration. Oh my gosh, the hydration. I threw up for the first time in 10 years. Ugh. I don't even want to relive that. I don't get sick. I'm just not that kind of person. Like, I don't get sick. I don't vomit. And the first chemo they gave me, which was 32 hours straight, that made me so sick. I also had a headache on top of it. So this is like, they told me it was some of the strongest stuff that they have in-house. Like, damn. And that was going into my body. So they gave me the 5 days of chemo. They gave me 2 rest days. And on the rest days, that's exactly what I did. Was rest and try to, like, catch up. My body was like, what the hell did you just do to me? The chemo was to basically kill off all of, like, your bone marrow. So then when you get your transplant, it's all brand new and fresh. You know what I'm saying? So transplant day came, and a few tips that I did not know. And for those who are ever going in for transplant, I went through an autologous stem cell transplant, which means I received my own stem cells. So please do not get that confused with an allo. An allo gets somebody else's cells. I'm an auto, so I receive my own cells. And the things they tell you, what they told me and what I had experienced, you smell like cream corn. I'm not kidding you at all. The biggest thing is that the preservatives that go into the cells, it makes you smell like cream corn. And boy, were they right. And I smelled it on other people. And the scientific theory of how they know that you're ready to be off fluids after transplant is when you stop smelling like cream corn. When the cells are going in, they take them, they bring them up in like this cool little crock pot like looking thing, right? So it's like, it's all frozen, there's like the liquid nitrogen, it's like, oh, like science experiment. And they thaw them out, looks like a piece of salmon in a bag, and it's basically just, you know, and then they give them to you. Now they don't thaw them down to body temperature, so number one thing, you're gonna be chilly. It was kind of chilly. when they start going in, you just smell and taste like the cream corn scent for like 5 seconds. Super strong, like hits you in the face. But then it goes away. And you can't smell it on yourself. Everyone else can smell it. You can't. That's the beauty of it. And I got this really weird tickle in the back of my throat. And they gave me like dum-dums or suckers, but I just kept drinking water. My cheeks and my ears got really, really warm for a few minutes. But otherwise, after that, then it was just waiting. They kept throwing bag after bag. I had a total of 5 bags. Usually people have like 2. I had 5 because your girl's extra. Are we really surprised? 5. I collected over 8 million. And they were shooting for 4 million? 5 million? I collect over 8, so cheers to that. As you'll see in the video, my nurses were amazing. Shout out to Katie and Faith and my friend Mary. Love your girl. She came in and talked me on overnights. Even though I was already kind of like partially passed out from my night meds, but girl, the tea was hot. I've made friends with all my nurses. Except for a couple that, you know, there's always people you'll clash with, whatever. First of all, before they even give you, like, your cells, they give you Benadryl, and boy, did that shit hit me. And I'm like, I want to stay awake, I want to see, I want to have the experience, and I stayed awake, but wow, that was like, I had a really good drink. Like, as soon as she put it in through, like, the line, I was like, that was Benadryl, wasn't it? You just know. And then afterward, I took a nice Benny nap. That's why I kept calling them was Benny naps, because that is some of the best sleep you'll get in the hospital. The sleep in the hospital is non-existent, just so you guys know. That's kind of every 4 hours they're waking you up to do vitals. They're doing blood work at 3 a.m. But I got through. I put myself on a regimen, if you will. Like every morning I would wake up and I would make sure I eat before I take my meds, and I made sure I showered every day. That was a big thing. They want to keep you clean. Always shower every day, even if you're just using like the wipes they give you. Nose hair still gone, still waiting on that. What else? I lost my fuzz. I did have some fuzz that was kind of growing back in on my head. But that chemo, of course, you lose it again. So yeah, after transplant, it's more of like a waiting game. So they give you your cells. It's super anticlimactic, and people are like, oh my gosh, like, this is the transplant day. This is gonna happen. Oh my God, like, and it's not. It's different because it's not like you're receiving like an organ or anything. It's just kind of like, it just looks like an IV of blood. That's really it. So after you're done, I took a nap. And then it was a waiting game of waiting for my neutrophils and my white cell count to come up. At this point, everything was super low, knocked out. What they look at is your ANC, your absolute neutrophil count. And for those who don't know, the neutrophils are really what make the white blood cells work. I'm just going to keep it simple. I don't need all the questions because I'm not a scientist and I don't know how all that shit works either. So we just know the neutrophils are the most important. And that is the count that they really look at when they are discharging you. And that need to be above 1.5. So, you know, as the days progressed, you know, day 0 is your transplant day. And then every day after that is day +1, +2, +3. They put a plus in front of it because that's the day after your transplant. So right now I'm day plus, what, 35 or something? 34, I don't remember. The biggest, most important thing is day +100. So I still have a couple months. you know, our cells are just still so new. I'm very susceptible to getting anything. You have to be super careful with your first 100 days, still eating the low microbial diet, and being extra cautious of being around people, wearing a mask, all of that, which I've been rocking. I was so worried about like those duckbill things. It's like, oh my gosh, this thing is obnoxious, but now I'm so used to it. Yeah, it was a waiting game, always staying hydrated. People say, I know I've had other people tell me, they're like, oh, you're gonna poop yourself, you're gonna get the shits, all this. I experience the opposite. So my body is very complicated, and I experience constipation constantly. So I was like, if this actually works, then that'd be amazing, whatever. But I prepared for it. It didn't happen. It doesn't happen with everybody. The regimen that I received for chemo was CBV, it was called. 3 different ingredients. I could always put it in the link, or like in the description, the specific chemos that I received. But it's basically all just the same side effects. And it just hits you way harder, definitely. So now that I am a month out of transplant, they give you these really beauteous little like medical alert bracelets, right? It says that in case you get into like an accident, or if you're like hospitalized or anything, you need blood for some reason, it says that you need irradiated blood, which is just means that blood that's gone through radiation, cleaned out specific things, so it's like nice and clean for you. Some of the complications that I have experienced is currently I'm on steroids. About a couple weeks after transplant, I was really having a hard time breathing, and I was coughing every night, like, and I felt like I couldn't take a full breath. It was very tight. So they had me do a PFT and chest x-ray, CT, and it showed that I had some inflammation in my lungs, basically some toxicity from the chemo, and that usually probably wouldn't have been showing as early. Usually probably was showed after 80 days. Mine was showing after just a couple weeks. I was starting to, you know, really feel these symptoms, and I could barely breathe. Like, even just holding it, I couldn't even say a sentence without being out of breath. So they put me on steroids, got some chubby cheeks. That's why I'm kind of moon-facing it right now. Steroids, you make you plump up, but we got that contour going, honey. You know. For those who are wondering too, I'm wearing the Jeffree Star Alien palette on my eyes. This was a transplant gift from my family, and because they love me so much, and they know I love makeup, and I needed new makeup from transplant, like, you know, nice clean makeup to wear after transplant. So that's an excuse. I got a lot of wedding planning done, because if anyone had noticed, I'm engaged. So that happened March 27th, and it was the sweetest thing. I could do like a different video on how that happened, all that, but like, oh my gosh, I looked like a potato. I wasn't prepared. Like, the next day, like, I got myself all done up, and we did photos, because I was just like a sobbing mess that, like, I was so happy, I swear, but like, you would have thought, like, someone told me like they were dying. Like, I was crying so hard. But I love my man, and I couldn't wait to just, it helped drive me through transplant even more, and I got so much wedding planning done, so much. It was really exciting. Kept me motivated. He came and he helped me in every way he possibly could while working, and my mom was there with me every night. They allowed one person to stay overnight with you. So it was usually my mom. A couple days it was Adam. But I highly recommend that. If you have somebody that could be with you during that time. I hated being by myself. Like, during the day it was fine. My nurses, it was busy. Like, people popping in and out, talking. It's fine. Overnights, though, I didn't like being by myself. But that's just me personally. I did some vlogging. I made sure, biggest tips, stay hydrated, stay active. I walked every single day. After every meal, I would walk. Even if I didn't feel like it, I would still walk. It helped with digestion, and it helped with my energy. I was twerking in the hall. Even when I pushed myself. Like, I put on some Iggy. I did some twerking. We had fun. I'm just, on top of it, I was the youngest one there. So, of course, they're all like, I felt bad, you know, kind of doing my laps, like, crazy little youngin' that I was, and there's a little grandpa in the hall just like really trying his best to do one, you know. But I'm 26, and that is what they've told me is that age is on your side for sure. So right now I'm feeling good. I'm trying to not overeat myself to death while being on these steroids. Staying low carb, staying healthy, and just trying my best to get out. Oh, my phone's about to die, so I will cut to the footage that I have. Cheers to you. Love you guys. Catch you in the next one. Bye. Hello, friends. We are on transplant day. What day is it? April 18th, 2019, day 0. Got Mama Snaps with me. Say hi. Hi. So, just doing some workout. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. 10 o'clock in the morning. Just doing some workout and stuff. Well, they clean my room, but I'm excited, I'm tired, I'm anxious, I'm all the things. But ready to get today over with. Apparently it's super anticlimactic, and I kind of wanted to say that way. That's fine with me. But hopefully I'll get some footage. I'll have Mom take some videos of the whole process, and you'll get to see later on. And then hopefully I get a nice Benadryl nap, because that's what I'm about these days. It's all about the Benny nap, friends. Okay.
Of what? Are you new here?
Of my sexy self. Sexy.
She's bringing sexy back. She left it here the other day, but now she's getting it back. Yeah.
It does look very bright, like the way for Halloween. It's pretty colors.
How you doing, Kate?
Good. Awesome. I give it one thumb up.
Oh. Are you talking about me again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure how long or not.
You would have to ask.
Probably day 100 at
Probably
least.
day 100 at least, yeah.
My friend, she had
Less for you than an aloe, so.
Yeah.
take it while you can.
Yeah, because your counts will come up quicker.
Yeah. You won't be able to
Last
bag.
bag.
Like
Okay, last one.
Last bag. Woo!
Just completely reunited.
The people on this floor are gonna be like, what is she having? Like, what are they giving her?
We have specialness here.
Working in the hall,
Who's in the bag?
right?
Look at the bag, yeah. That's what the other one is. It's not really saline, it's vodka.
Well, whatever. No one gave us any.
Yeah.
So cool. So yesterday, I was behind, and it's always the day where you feel the worst and you didn't get a chance to fix yourself up or anything, and then they're like,
Well,
here's
that was
the
the thing.
camera.
We didn't know about it beforehand. They just showed up at our lab and they were like, okay, let's go. And I'm like,
Let's
look
not.
like a disaster.
Well, yeah, let's not do
We're
that.
not going on film here. All right, bye.
Thank you for all your goods
No
and
worries.
services and compassion.
Have such a great day. I'm
Thank
sure I'll see
you.
you around the floor.
Definitely. I can't wait to pee.
Almost.
It's an exciting
A few
time.
more minutes.
It's gonna be an exciting moment.
Those are for you. Did you want me to leave the bag for garbage or?
Sure.
Just toss them. All right. Thank you very much. Have a great
you.
day.
Thank you, dear,
Bye.
so much.
Bye.
You guys have been awesome.
Oh Lord, I haven't heard this song.
A big black truck. This is awesome. That's amazing. You guys are amazing.
This is how we do transplants.
That's right. That's right. See? This is how we do it.
Thanks. Happy birthday. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm one again. Oh my god. It's like I have baby skin all over again.
Just like without the labor.
Right. Thank you for
I
that.
don't have to go back to work. I'm too young.
Yes, totally.
I'm too young.
We dropped you back 10 years for that Benjamin Button. You're reversing.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, I gotta pee so bad.
Like 5 more minutes.
Good thing you peed before, though, huh? Because that would have really been a special time for you.
And I even stopped your other fluids so they weren't going fast. So you didn't have everything.
If you ever get a chance, yes, this is a coconut. It actually was like, it's a real coconut to drink out of. What other kind of tea is there to spill? I can't wait till I get nose hair back.